demand. Stress is what? I'm saying it again so that I can take note of that. Stress is your body's reaction to a challenge or a demand. So I've come to know that stress is not always negative. We have good aspect of stress and chronic stress. Acute stress and chronic. Now, acute stress is a short-term stress. Chronic stress is what you are subjected to over a period of time that lasts so long and now have a negative effect on your body. All of us, as we go through stress. For instance, you undergo a project, you have a project at time you want to do, automatically there is a demand and there's a challenge to meet. So automatically, now I'm trying to explain to you that stress can be what? Positive, and stress can be, there's positive part of stress and also the negative aspect to stress. There's acute stress, which is short term, and there is chronic stress, which is long term. Now, let me give you an instance. For instance, you have an exam. You have a deadline to meet. At that point, you are stressed or you undergo stress. You undergo stress because your body begins to what? Adjust to meeting that particular demand. Do you understand that? So, but it becomes a problem if there is nothing that eases your stressor. Now, there's something called stressor. What are stressors? Stressors are things that triggers for stress. Do you know what I said now? Stressors are triggers, things that causes stress or that lead to stress in you. Are we together? All right, so let me just quickly run. I want to know my timing. All right, so let's go very briefly to let me go to causes of stress, and then what are the signs of too much stress in your body. Now, what are the causes of stress? It have been few of them have been said, but let me just give you a little more. Now, if you have a death of a loved one, can cause you stress. If you have financial challenges, can cause you stress. If you have things to do and you don't know how to go about it, can cause you stress. And a whole lot of things in life can cause you. What are the psychological effects of stress? Number one, you can become aggressive. Some people, when they are stressed, they become very irritable. They become very touchy. So when you look at yourself, you see that things just easily get at you. You are just irritable. You just you snap at people. It's a sign that you are already stressed. Do you understand that? Some people is that they just have a feeling of loss of control. Like business said now, that you are having a feeling that you are losing control. You are not in charge. You are losing another one. Another one that also happened is depression. Now, I remember we were having one of our meetings in that picnic. When I was having, I had to talk about this topic. That depression, every one of us will go to depression at different point in time. But depression is not something that is bad. If it happens, or a depression, feeling of sadness, if it happens once in a while, it's not bad. But it becomes a depression, a serious one, when it now happens to a point whereby you now start losing grip about your daily activity. It becomes a real issue. So if you're having depression, it's also a sign of stress. Number one, when you cannot any longer enjoy yourself, when you no longer enjoy yourself, it's a sign that you are stressed. All right. Another one is that when you have memory loss. Some people have memory loss. Are you getting me? It's a sign of stress. I'm rushing because I have a very short time. Another one is when you are overburdened and overwhelmed. That is another one. And for some people, another one is when they are crying. You just feel tired and they feel sad. It's a sign that you are stressed. So what are the practical ways to avoid or manage your stress? Number one, find the cause. Like Saturn said, find the cause of your stress. Find what is actually stressing you. All right. Number two is that since stress is part of life, are you getting me? You must be able to know what are the things that you can do part-time and what are the things you cannot do part-time. Don't always take up responsibility. Know your limits. Do you understand? Some people this one is making a demand of you, you say yes. Another person is making a demand of you, you say yes. You now take so many responsibilities that you cannot even be able to do at a time. That can actually stress you out. So know your limit. Another one is participate in activities and try relaxation techniques like your hobbies. Know the things that are hobbies to you. But for like myself, one of my hobbies, anytime the way I relieve my stress, that I like to watch football. If I'm watching football, I just feel good, and then I relieve my stress. All right. And that one is what you can have what we call meditation. So I describe meditation is another way that can help you to release your stress. Just still sit in a place and then think. And then there's also there's a line that people cross. Some people don't know the difference between meditation and worry. Meditation is different. It's not. Don't think about your problem when you're meditating. Think about the money that you don't have. Think about one thing that you enjoy, one thing that brings you joy. Focus on that. And as a believer, I can focus on God's promises for your life. Focus on the word of God. Do you understand? All right, that is. Another one that learn to write. Learn to relieve put your emotions into writing on paper. Write. Writing does it. When you are writing, you are relieving your emotions. And there's a way that you are relieving your stress, rather, you are putting your emotions. Learn to write. Learn to journal. Write. It may not make sense. Shall be writing. Are we together? All right. So another one you can do is that learn to take a deep breath. Just take a breathe in and breathe out. Sometimes you just will also learn to stretch your body. We are in the midst of work, maybe a day, and you are feeling stressed. Just stand up, stretch your body. Now, so as stretching your body, you actually some of the tense muscles in your body will become relaxed. It is wrong for you to be in a place you are working from morning till night. It's wrong. You are killing yourself. Sometimes get up and stretch your body. All right? Are we together? Number one, this one might not work for everybody, but can work for some of you. Learn to chew gums, 5 minutes. It might not work for you. Do you understand? It might not work. Now, chewing gums has been psychological that it helps to reduce anxiety. Just for some people, it can help you to reduce anxiety. The next one, there's something called green tea. If you can afford green tea, please learn to take green tea. Are we together? I'm not saying go and take. No, green tea is different from other kinds of tea. The next one is that learn to laugh. Laughter is one way that helps you to relieve your stress. Learn to what? Learn to do what? Watch skits that makes you laugh. You can watch healthy comedy that makes you laugh. It's good for you. All right? Somebody said, somebody gave an illustration and said we should practice it. So I want to tell you to go and practice it. When you are feeling stressed, if you are close to a place that has cold water, or you go to a bathroom, just drop cold water on your wrist, and it have been said or discovered that it works. It helps you to cool your